Daniel Negreanu is looking down on pocket aces. Pre-flop, this is the classic trap where one player thinks he is peeling light and instead steps right into a vice. Negreanu raises to 450,000. It is a chunky open, and that alone should already scream strength in this spot. George defends with Queen 10 suited. On paper, it is not insane. He has position, a hand that can flop top pair or strong draws, and he probably assumes Negreanu is opening wide. The flop comes 10-3 king with 2 clubs. From George's seat, this is the kind of board that looks playable but is silently dangerous. He has middle pair with queen kicker against a normal open that could be a standard continue, especially in position. Negreanu fires 400,000. That sizing is telling. It is not a tiny range bet, it is a big, old school, I have it continuation. With aces, he is not afraid of building a pot. The turn is the 7 of spades. Negreanu's strong hands are still strong. Kings, aces, ace-king, maybe king-queen all love this card. Very few of Negreanu's bluffs improve in a meaningful way. When Negreanu now moves all in, he is doing exactly what great players do with overpairs in these structures. Shove before the river kills action. He knows that if he just bets small and gets called, any club, queen, jack, or scary river freezes him and lets George realize all of his equity for cheap. By jamming turn into a pot that is already inflated, he puts tremendous pressure on all the middling hands that called flop.
Defaults.
I had you beat. Good cards.
I'm happy with my fold.
Yeah.
It was hard though.
The pot was good. I'm like, I'll take it, but if you call, you call. You have to get there.
Did you have it pre-flop or you hit the king?
I had both. I had what you're supposed to have there. A pair of aces I had. Aces were good, right?
Daniel Negreanu is looking down on pocket eights.
9,000.
Well, that was clear.
Let's screw this up.
Pre-flop, this is Negreanu doing what Negreanu does. He looks down at pocket eights and does not overcomplicate it. He raises to 9,000, the classic, let's thin the field and play a pot in position or heads up. Dimjan on the button chooses the flat. That call is him saying, I want to see 3 cards against the pro and keep my range wide. The flop is one of those dream spots for Negreanu. He flops set on a board that absolutely slams his perceived range. When he continues for 16,000, the bet is doing a lot of work. It looks like a standard continuation bet with ace-king, king-queen, or even pure spade draws, so it keeps Jacobson's floats and Dimjan's entire Broadway region interested. This is where Negreanu turns the screws. He fires 45,000 into a pot that has already grown large, and that sizing is intentional. It says, I still like my story, and if you were floating me with 1 pair or a draw, the price just went up. From his seat, there is no reason to slow down. Worse kings will still call. Combo draws will convince themselves they are priced in, and any hand like queens or jacks is hating life, but may still pay.
Ace jack.
Oh, sure, ain't nothing. I have 3 eights. I want you to go, ugh. All in.
The queen, the straight.
Daniel Negreanu is holding on Queen 10 suited. Pre-flop, this looks completely standard on the surface, but the seeds of the later pain are already there. Negreanu opens Queen 10 suited from early, the kind of hand he loves, connected, plays well, multi-way, and can make disguised big hands. Dimjan flatting in position keeps his entire range wide. Medium pairs, suited broadways, suited connectors, some traps. Then the big blind comes along as well. What that means strategically is simple. By the time they see a flop, there are 3 ranges involved, and Negreanu is the only one who has really capped nothing. He is the pre-flop aggressor. He has all the big pairs. He has the strongest broadways. The flop comes down absolutely dreamlike for Negreanu. 10 jack queen. Top 2 pair, a board that slams his perceived range as the raiser. But it is also an insanely dangerous texture. Every random hand with an open-ender or a gut shot suddenly has a reason to stay. When Jacobson checks, Negreanu does exactly what you expect from someone who just smashed this board and knows he smashes it range-wise too. He bets 22,000. The sizing is important. It is not tiny stab sizing. It is a This pot is about to get big, sizing. Demjan just calls. That call is the first warning sign. He is not afraid of the story Negreanu is telling. The turn bricks off with the 3 of spades. From Negreanu's point of view, that is one of the safest cards in the deck. It does not complete any obvious draw. It does not pair the board. It does not change who is supposed to own this texture. So he does what good players do when nothing changes, and they already had a huge value hand. He keeps telling the same story and increases the pressure, betting 55,000. This is Negreanu effectively saying, if you were floating or gambling with some weak draw on the flop, this is your exit. If you continue now, you are representing something serious. The river brings the deuce of clubs, another nothing card in terms of raw texture. From Negreanu's seat, it is almost the perfect river. Straights are still the same straights, sets are still the same sets, and there are no obvious busted draws that suddenly got there. He still has top 2 pair on a board where he is supposed to have all the strong top-end value, so he fires again, 90,000 this time.
Raise.
I had a feeling you were going to do that on the turn. You waited. It was smart. You got me to bet one more time.
Daniel loves calling like Miley Cyrus loves a big foam finger, but I don't think even he can figure out a way to talk himself into this one.
8-9 or something? Doesn't matter.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, ace king. 2 pair. Queen 10. Good hand.
Daniel Negreanu is looking down at pocket jacks.
Phil lock, and it messes with my... When I start with Phil, it's like, you can't even, it's like, you're there, it's micro magnesium. It's like...
Micro magnesium.
Crazy.
Speaking of magnesium,
Speaking of magnesium.
if you have a strip of magnesium and you light it, it will go out very quickly because it super consumes nitrogen. But if you feed it a continuous stream of nitrogen, the magnesium actually stays lit.
Okay, we've got a raise and a re-raise.
Then you have a flare of, if you can keep feeding nitrogen into a tube, the flame will never go out as long as nitrogen keeps getting fed because magnesium burns
what I'm
through
saying?
nitrogen, not oxygen.
What a story.
I just love the line, speaking of magnesium.
Speaking of magnesium.
Pre-flop, this is the classic strong versus speculative clash you get all the time in deep cash games. The flop is about as good as it gets for Negreanu. He smashes it with top set on a relatively dry board, while Vanessa has only ace-high with backdoor hearts and a few runner-runner straight possibilities. When she checks, Negreanu fires 4,500, a sizing that keeps his range wide and lets worse hands continue. Vanessa's call is a float plus equity. She is not beating much yet, but her hand can improve on a lot of turns. She picks up the nut flush draw, so now her ace-9 has real equity against all of Negreanu's value range. She checks again, and Negreanu keeps telling the story with a 9,200 barrel. From his perspective, he still wants calls from overpairs, and exactly the kind of strong draws Vanessa now has. Her second call is mandatory. She is getting a good price, has 15 outs against an overpair, and can potentially bluff rivers if checked to. The river bricks everything for her and quietly locks up the pot for Negreanu. When she checks a third time, Negreanu goes for full value with a 28,000 bet, polarizing his range to monsters and bluffs.
Really? God, I really don't know what to do here. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
Vanessa folds.
Yes, Sam.
I'm so curious what you had there.
I really didn't believe you.
Nice
I'm
fold.
so
I
curious
didn't have
what
very
you
much.
had.
I didn't have very much.
Nice fold. 20 seconds though and shift it in.
Shipped it in.
That's what I should have done. That would have
Yeah,
been
no, I'm serious.
I was going to fold 3 jacks.
You didn't have to.
Daniel Negreanu is looking down at ace-jack offsuit.
Playing mean now. No position. Es muy importante. ¿Sí? Oh,
Don't
English
tell
only.
him.
You have the position, right? Don't waste it. Use it.
I think the
It's an advantage for you.
I think the driver's coming out.
Is pick the driver? Well, you don't have to use a driver. You can lay up. You can lay up once in your life, Sergio. Use a 3-wood sometime. Keep it in the fairway. No. Okay, see? In the
Three
fairway.
wood. 3 wood.
Layup.
He's gonna lay up.
Layup.
Pre-flop, this is one of those quiet, small pot spots that Negreanu loves to turn into a clinic. The flop lands better for Negreanu than for Sergio as expected. Negreanu flops second pair, top kicker on a dryish texture. When Negreanu checks, it is that trademark Negreanu pot control, undeuce line. With a hand that is often best but not thrilled to play for 3 streets on this board, the turn bricks for both of them, but a lot of Sergio's potential floats or random overcards are now drawing thin, and Negreanu's jacks are now beating even more of Sergio's range. After the check on the flop, Negreanu seizes the initiative and fires 150,000. This is a classic delayed continuation bet. He represents a king, a jack, or even a slow-played monster while targeting exactly the sort of hand Sergio has, a stubborn one-pair bluff catcher that does not want to fold immediately. Sergio's call with 8s reflects that thinking. The river is horrible for Sergio's range and beautiful for Negreanu's story. All the big card stuff Negreanu represents has either stayed ahead or improved, and a bunch of draws get there too. When Negreanu bets 225,000 into a swollen pot, it is a very credible value bet, and it also leverages the fact that Sergio's line caps him around exactly what he has, a medium-strength pair that hates its life.
I hit something, but I lose with so many hands. Fold.
Good fold.
See, if you hit driver before the flop, you'd be out of the tournament.
He said fold.
Yeah. Yeah. If you hit driver, you would be out. No good, no good.
I know, I got a match.
You would have been out.
Showed an 8.
If you hit the driver,
Shows ace jack.
you laid up, and now you still have a chance to, you know, compete in the tournament.
To play the next hole.
See, I'm already coaching you on your golf game.
I laid up, I still have a chance to play the next hole.
Yes, exactly, right? But if you would have hit it OB or put it in the water, you're finished.
Daniel Negreanu is looking down at pocket 6s. Pre-flop, everything is completely routine and quietly sets up a nasty river spot. Negreanu opens the standard with his image and stack. Seaver flats on the button with Jack 8, a classic see a flop in position hand. Brunson comes along from the blinds getting a good price, fishing for the flush draw flop. No one is getting out of line here, but the pot is already multi-way, which means post-flop decisions have to respect the extra player and the extra strength that implies.
I'd like to see a king, 9, and a 7, with the 9 of clubs and the 7 of clubs.
On this flop, Negreanu's 6s are in that awkward but very profitable C-bet zone.
Pretty close.
A second pair that wants value from worse pairs and draws, and badly wants to deny equity to overcards and random backdoors. His 5,500 bet does both. Seaver's call with top pair and backdoors is very standard. He's ahead of all Negreanu's bluffs and a chunk of his thin value range, and he has position. The turn is a classic range card for Negreanu and a pretty gross one for his actual hand. It improves his perceived range, but it also means his pocket 6s are now squarely in bluff catcher territory. Still, once Brunson checks, Negreanu's second barrel for 11,000 is logically consistent. He can still get value from smaller pairs and flush draws, and he represents all the strong queens that Seaver has far fewer of. The river is the card that flips the script completely. Every obvious draw bricks, the clubs miss, weird straight ideas miss, but Seaver's actual hand improves to top 2, and a lot of his sticky call twice holdings improve or stay comfortably ahead of 6s. Negreanu's check on the river is good gain flow. After bet into resistance, checking says, I have exactly a medium hand that is done betting, and invites Seaver to polarize. Seaver does exactly that with a 40,000 bet. From Negreanu's perspective, that sizing coming after 2 calls in a 3-way pot is screaming value. If Seaver wanted to turn a missed club draw into a bluff, he could choose a smaller size to fold out Negreanu's ace highs and 5x, 8x.
Weird. It's kind of it's a cool hand, man. Whatever you got, it's fun. I like it. Good stuff. Good job. Well done.
Only if you make the wrong decision.
I'm trying to figure out what you have. Okay, so I'm going to go over it right here. Okay. There's a lot of draws to like missed, right? There's like 6 7s, there's like 3 4s, clubs, all kinds. Like 9 10 of clubs would be sick, like super sick. Jack river, gutter ball straight. Okay. I feel like you think I'm gonna call, right? So, 40. Why? Kind of out there. I'm confusing myself. I was gonna call for sure right away.
Until you went through the analysis and
then
you
I'm
fell
like-
into my brain.
I fell into Phil Locke's brain. Phil Locke's brain. Okay, what do you have? What do you have? What the hell do you have? You don't have 8s, because that would be silly to bet. Why would you bet with an 8? Unless it was a jack of clubs and an 8 of clubs. Oh, that would suck for me so bad. Okay, think. Use what you got left. So like to give this hand to somebody else to make the decision. What do you got, Scott Seaver? Can't figure it out. 9, 10 of clubs?
Ace-6 of clubs.
Hang on. Wait, that could be a lie. One sec. It's a lie! Lie, for sure. I know that's a lie. Guaranteed. You just lied to me. Say it again. You have what? Ace-6 of clubs? You have Ace-6 of clubs? Is that what you have? Liar. What a liar. So lying. I know it for sure. Oh. It's okay. You were trying to tell me you have a hand that... There, though. If you put me on that... Yeah, I'm folding.
After the rain delay, Daniel folds.
Okay. Oh, I can't wait to see
I
it.
put him on Jack